from the 7 Action Newsroom.
Good afternoon, I'm Anne-Marie LaFlame, and our breaking story today. 2 Monroe police officers shot at an apartment complex as investigators swarmed an area near downtown. This began with police responding to a call about a threat from an armed man as they investigated a report about an assault. Now, officers rushed to 725 Washington Street, south of downtown Monroe. Witnesses say they heard nearly 24 shots. We have 7 team coverage right now. We're going to begin with 7 Action News reporter Simon Shaquette.
Witnesses describe hearing gunshots just after 9 a.m. this morning. Still a very active scene out here. Behind me, you can see exactly what's going on. This is on Washington Street near East 8th Avenue. A press conference also just ended. A Monroe police chief telling us that 2 officers were shot in the leg, both recovering from non-life-threatening injuries. One has been released from the hospital in the last hour. Also, the suspect was shot multiple times and is hospitalized as well. His condition remains unknown. Police say this began with an assault complaint at Washington Arms Apartments. A man with a handgun arguing with 2 maintenance workers. They say he assaulted them, and once police arrived here, he opened fire on them. One officer struck is a supervisor. The other has 3 to 4 years on the job. This is what a neighbor of the shooter just told us.
I just talked to the maintenance man, just 2 maintenance doing their job. Went to approach the man's apartment to spray or whatever they had to do, you know, to get in and repair or whatever. And the man is known for having a gun, you know, I don't know, owns it, I guess, because he's always got it with him, you know. But he don't talk to nobody, very private guy.
It's tough. It's a call you never want to get, you know. So I was actually at a department head meeting, received the notification, immediately went to the hospital and to visit the officers in the ER to check on their status, and thankfully they're all going home.
We've learned a nearby school was also placed on lockdown, and Michigan State Police are now taking over the investigation. Also, Monroe Police tell us they have confiscated that handgun that was used in this incident. Live in Monroe, Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News. Back to you, Anne-Marie.
All right, Simon, thank you so much. Our team coverage continues now with 7 Action News reporter Brian Abel. He is live in Monroe with a closer look at just what led up to this attack. Brian.
Well, Anne-Marie, you just heard the chief of police there kind of describing the events of this shooting. Now we want you to hear the information that police were receiving as they came to this apartment. Take a listen.
Calling in, there's a man in 317 with a gun at that location who grabbed the maintenance man. The man was arguing with pest control. He did not remove the weapon from the holster. The other half called in, identified himself as Simba Lion, stated that the landlord was supposed to come and spray for roaches and instead started fighting with him. Simba stated he does own a firearm. He keeps it in his holster.
Now, the dispatcher at one point did call back to that suspect, asked him to keep his gun up high for when officers arrived. That dispatcher says that he refused to do so, but said that he would keep that gun in the holster. That apparently did not hold up. And here is the moment that the officers made that shots fired call.
Shots fired out there!
All units priority traffic only, available units switch lanes.
Let's start an ambulance. Raise your ambulance.
725 Washington.
We need 2 ambulances right away.
Clear 2 ambulances.
Suspect secured. We have an officer hit. L3's been hit.
Clear, L3 hit.
Subjects that have been shot, we need you to stage. The scene is not secure. Your tone time is 9:28.
Suspect secured. L3's been hit in the leg. Suspect has been hit as well multiple times.
So clearly a difficult scene. The good news, both those officers expected to be out of the hospital sometime in the next 24 hours. One already out, that other one still recovering. Of course, we're going to be working to bring you much more information later. But for now, reporting live, Brian Abel, 7 Action News.